All right, so I think that's about as many people as we'll get at this time. Looks like next time when I move to another time zone, we'll start it slightly later, so it's more convenient for everyone. Oh, nice, more people. By the way, Finn, what is the setting for this channel? So can anyone speak freely, or do we have a system like a raise hand? Finn, are you hear me?
Yes. Anyone can unmute anytime and speak.
All right, perfect.
Okay, perfect. So I think let's jump into it. As said before, this will be uploaded to YouTube anyway. So for the people who aren't able to join today, they will be able to see it afterwards. As everyone knows, I'm head of marketing for SolPlex. Ivan, if you'd like to introduce yourself, I think many people know you already, but it would be great to hear it.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Ivan Tarasov, and I'm a game director for the SolPlex. I designed and started this project and continue to work on it. And prior to that, I was working on Stratis. So I see a lot of familiar faces in the community. So probably many of you know me from working in Stratis since 2017. But back then I was a developer, and a couple of years ago transitioned to uh, basically managerial position, let's put it like that.
Great. Thanks, Ivan. Appreciate it. So we're going to start by going through some of the new features. I think we can start off with artifacts. I think, Ivan, if you can do a quick introduction into that, and we can go through some questions.
Yeah, sure. So artifacts are basically in-game items. There are two types of artifacts. There are consumable artifacts and embeddable artifacts. Consumable artifacts are ones that you can basically use, and they'll provide you either instant effect or an effect that will last for X amount of hours, usually 24 hours. And embeddable artifacts are artifacts that provide constant buff to your colony, and it's being embedded into the building. So basically, you select an artifact. There are some building options where you can embed it, and after embedding, it basically stays in the building. And if this building is destroyed with all units, for example, artifact is being destroyed as well. And we have actually in the first pack we have already lots of artifacts, and we have way more coming. So we have three queues for artifacts. Q1 is the uh, artifact pack, which will be released tomorrow, and shortly after we'll have a second pack, and actually, a little bit later we'll have third, because third is a little bit challenging. In the third we'll have artifacts which have area effect. So basically, you embed it in a building in a colony, and it provides an effect which actually affects also other colonies within a certain area in the map.
Perfect. And how are the packs going to work?
It's basically so we have like 50 artifacts, and we decided to divide them into three queues. It's basically what we're gonna implement now, what's gonna be next, and what's after that.
Okay, perfect. I'm not sure if anybody has any questions about that. If you're able to unmute your mic, feel free to speak and ask a question. If not, please feel free to use the chat as well. In the meantime, I think another important point as well is that we will first be distributing the artifacts through airdrop. So it's very important that everyone has their nuclear lab in at least one colony in order to be eligible for the airdrop, which is super important. I think many of you in this call already have that, but for the people who will be listening back to this recording, again, it's very important that you build your nuclear lab before tomorrow morning.
Um, Hello guys. Okay.
Okay,
Hi,
mate.
Trevor, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm good. Zodox, if I can pronounce your name well. Yeah. I got a question to ask about the artifact and the nuclear lab.
Yeah, go for it.
Do player require any certain level of nuclear lab to access the artifact?
Do player require a nuclear lab to do what?
A certain level of a nuclear lab to access the artifact.
1 second. Jetro, can you please mute yourself? Looks like you have some background noise while you're not speaking. Sorry, Trevor. Trevor, can you please repeat?
I was asking, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I said about the artifact. Do players require any certain level of nuclear lab before you can acquire
Any
the
particular
artifact?
level? No, players don't.
Yeah.
Basically, level of nuclear lab decides how many artifacts you can store. So on level one, you can store basically one. So and airdrop will be one artifact. So you need to have it at least level one in any of your colonies.
Okay. And secondly, do players need to link their game to maybe a website or any additional requirements before the artifact can be sent to their in-game account?
No, no. Basically, after the airdrop, it will appear in the game and you'll see it right away. You don't need to do anything except for build nuclear lab in any of your colonies.
Okay. Meaning the airdrop will be available for everyone.
Yeah, to
Okay,
everyone who
fine.
can store an artifact. Well, it will be to everyone, but if you don't have any storage, it will basically burn during the airdrop. So yeah, you better have it.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect. Thanks for the question, Trevor. We have some questions from Jeffro that were put into the general channel. So the first one is, if a new idea comes up for a new artifact, will it be considered for development for the full release?
Yeah, definitely. So feel free to tell those ideas, and we'll definitely consider them, and some of them will be implemented. Definitely. Also, there were already a couple of ideas, but actually, we already have those artifacts, but they are in Q2. So there were ideas about artifacts that can increase storage capacity, and we already have those in plant. They're in Q2.
Great. And the next one was, if I have an artifact in a colony, can I move it to another one of my colonies as they're not all permanently embedded? You can, right, through traders. You can't trade them to other people's colonies, but you can trade them within your colonies, right, Ivan?
You can move artifacts between your own colonies, and it takes one trader to move an artifact. Basically, one trader can carry one artifact. Within the game, you will be able to move it, no problem. And but you cannot send artifacts directly to some other player. Instead, you can sell the artifacts on the auction. So yeah.
Okay, great. We've got another one from Winder. If we are attacked and we have artifacts, will the artifacts be stolen or destroyed?
No, artifacts won't be stolen, but they can be destroyed. One of the ways to destroy artifacts, as I mentioned before, is to destroy a building in which this artifact is embedded. And second way is basically to destroy nuclear lab. So if you have any artifacts in storage, and basically those are artifacts that are not yet embedded or activated, they're stored in nuclear lab. And if you destroy nuclear lab, you will destroy artifacts that are stored in it.
Okay, great. Thank you. Has anyone got any other questions before we move on to the next feature? Cool. Okay. Well, if you do have any questions at any point, feel free to put them in the thread and we can always come back to them. So, Ivan, do you want to move, should we move on to the battle calculator or
Yeah,
login
sure.
rewards?
Let's do battle
Perfect.
calculator, yeah.
Sounds great.
So what's the question?
If you could just give everyone a quick overview of each feature we go through. So if you could
Oh
give
yeah,
an
yeah, sure.
overview of the calculator, yeah, and then we can go through some questions. I know Trevor had some questions around this as well and was interested to know some more about it.
Yeah, so Battle Calculator is basically a new window in the game. There will be a button on the right panel, which we call status panel, next to your army. You click it, and Battle Calculator is opened. There you can basically specify any attacking army, any defensive army, level of walls, level of shield, and click calculate, and it will simulate the fight. So basically, why you need it? If you scout someone and you're not sure which army is stronger, what will be the outcome of this battle? You basically enter the army you want to attack with, you enter enemy's army that you scouted, and basically you can get an idea what the outcome of the fight will be. So it's basically a battle simulator.
Great. Really good. I think we mentioned this in the last AMA, and a lot of people were excited about this rather than having to calculate it in their head. So this is very exciting to have. So again, we'll do another round of questions.
Yeah.
Feel free to unmute your mic or write them in the chat if you prefer.
Yeah, people actually try to reverse engineer battle formula to create a battle calculator in the Google spreadsheets, and I believe there is like a working version, a somewhat working version already somewhere. So we decided to release an official one.
Was that built by the community, that sheet?
Yep.
Oh, very nice. Vanny is typing, so I think he's going to have a question around this. So we'll just wait a few minutes. Trevor,
Yeah,
please.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
So about the battle calculation, is it being calculated based on your attack points or based on your unit? Because for instance, I can come in with some few A1 units which are more powerful than the other units.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have about let me open my game. Let me share my screen. So I'll make it easier to explain. Share my game screen.
All right. Basically, on both, you each unit has attack ability, attack points, and basically summary of some of those attack points is the total attack points, which is used in the calculation. And with the defense points, it's slightly more different because every unit has defense against a type of unit. So there is a defense against K units, M units, A units, and some units are better in defending against different type of units. So the formula is slightly more complicated when calculating defense points.
Hi, Trevor. Does that answer the question?
No. The question was asked. I asked the question last game night. If the battle is being considered by your unit or is considered by your attack points, because for instance, you can come in with few units which has more attack points than another opponent comes with a lot of other units but he has less attack points. So I would love to know if the battles are being won by your attack points or are being won by your units.
To be honest, I do not understand. Can you please write
Let
it
me check
down?
the question. Okay.
All right, I can see Venny has a question about artifacts. What is the building time per artifact? What do you mean building time? Does it depend on, will the artifact production only require 5 elements? Oh, no, you don't produce artifacts. Basically, you can acquire them via airdrop, and also you can buy them from ancients or from other players. You acquire artifacts through auction. So simultaneously, we will be releasing artifacts and auction feature, and that's how you acquire artifacts. All right. While Trevor is typing, Finn, what is the next question?
Yeah, let's move to daily login rewards. If you could give us a quick overview around that, and then we can move into questions.
Yeah, so internally we call them retention quests. Basically, you already saw current implementation of quests, and on top of that, we'll be adding daily quests. So every day a new quest will be spawned, and those are simple quests, so anyone can complete them at any level of development. And after you complete 7-day quests for 7 days in a row, after you have 7 day streak, additional type of daily quest will have a chance to spawn, and some of those quests have a reward in tokens. So basically, if you keep the retention, there is a chance that you will get a quest that will reward you with tokens.
Awesome. That's very exciting. I'm not sure if anyone has any questions around that. Um, just to let everyone, just to kind of recap what we've gone through already, we've got artifacts, battle calculator, and daily login rewards. This will be in the next update that will be coming out at 8 a.m. UK time tomorrow. Downtime will be around 2 to 4 hours, and then you will see all these features come to life. So it's a super exciting update for the SolPlex Galaxy. I'm not sure if anyone has any questions about anything we've just been through.
Yeah, it's gonna be a huge update, probably one of the biggest ones. Actually, we were prepared to
Very
also
exciting.
launch token integration for this update, but since it's already a huge update, we decided to postpone it till the next update, and also to have more time for testing.
Yeah. So it might actually be good whilst people think of questions. Again, feel free to type in the chat, unmute your mic. As Ivan just highlighted there, token integration will be coming out in a few weeks' time, separate to this update. So Ivan, if you want to do a quick overview of token integration, I think quite a few people will have a few questions around that as well.
Yeah. So basically, in-game currency, those are tokens. What you see on the top right corner of your screen, those are tokens, and basically what we will add is ability to deposit or withdraw those tokens. So after token integration, you will get a deposit address to which you will be able to deposit tokens if you're coming from a Etc. blockchain, or you will be able to withdraw to your MetaMask address. So originally we will be supporting Etc. network, also aka Stratis network. On there we'll have a liquidity pool. It will be game token against USDC. So you'll be able to trade tokens versus USDC. Also, on Cetra network, we just launched wormhole. So basically, after you trade tokens for USDC, for example, you can transfer this USDC to BNB chain and then do whatever you want with it. You can deposit it to centralized exchange and basically convert it to your local currency or whatever. We'll be launching for the beta, we'll be launching a test token and we'll be running this test for around a month. We'll be launching it with small amount of liquidity, so probably around like $3,000-4,000 in the liquidity pool. And after the test is completed, we'll be launching a production version of token. Basically, uh, after this test is completed, we'll be launching a new server, and on the new server, we will have a production token.
Perfect. And just go through that again, as Ivan said quite a few times, is testing is very important for us in terms of mechanics and stuff like that as well. When we eventually do launch a token, it will be crucial to us to understand that we keep a fair economy, users' behavior, and making sure we build tokenomics that will last for a long time. We always have been a strategy game first. We always will be. And the Web3 is just to enhance the game, not to take over it. I think Trevor's questions just come in now as well.
Mhm. Let me read it 1 second. Is battle won based on your attack points or based on the number of units you got for defense? 1A1 unit is stronger than 5K1 units based on attack points. So is winning battle those that unit type really matter, or all based on the attack points you can require? Uh, Basically, it totally depends on the attack and defense points, but defense points are calculated. It depends on the attacking army. So 10 K1 units have different defense points depending on the attacking army. So K units have very weak defense against A units and normal defense against K units. So if 10 K1 units are battling against attacking armies that consists of just K units, their total defense points will be higher than if same 10 K1 units fighting against A units. I hope that answers your question, Trevor. All right, next one. Many players have been complaining that T units are overpowered. What do you think about that? Um, they're supposed to be slightly overpowered, but they're limited at the same time. So T units can only destroy defensive buildings. Two buildings are shield buildings, and one is colony wall. And in comparison to O units, they can destroy normal buildings. So yes, they're slightly overpowered. Maybe we'll nerf them in the future, but not yet sure. Requires more testing. They're kind of supposed to be a high tier unit and a little bit overpowered. All right, Finn, what is the next one?
Okay, yeah, perfect. So we've gone through all the main features. Again, from tomorrow, daily login rewards, battle calculator, and artifacts will be coming into SolPlex. And then again, in a few weeks' time, you will see token integration come to life. So that's all the features to kind of discuss. Ivan, I'm not sure if there was anything else you wanted to ask the community, um, or if anyone had any more questions. If not,
Um,
I think
Actually, right now I don't have anything to ask because a lot of feedback was already provided in the channels. But on the next one, I'll definitely have a lot of questions after people have tested those new features. So I'm pretty sure a lot of new feedback will be there. So, guys, if you have any questions or you would like something to say, please go for it. Uh,
yes, I have a list of questions from the general channel which we can go through from
all right.
Jeffro and Ikindu. So Jeffro said, "Can you explain how the end game will function and how you expect players and alliances to engage once it begins?"
Yeah, sure. So the design for endgame mechanic is the following on a normal server, and by normal I mean X1 speed. Currently beta is at X1 speed, and we'll also have a speed servers. So on a normal server, on approximately 9 months, we'll have an activation of endgame mechanic, and in 20 random tiles with ancient level 5. You will be able to build a special kind of colony. So basically, after 9 months, 20 tiles will be selected. You will have to destroy ancients on those tiles, and after that, you'll be able to settle a colony there. In this colony, you'll be able to build four new buildings. Most important one is the Ark. Ark is basically a ship used to extract an ancient core, which is like a special artifact. So this arc, it's a building with 100 levels, and once you start building it, alliance is being locked up. So basically, if a single player in alliance starts construction of such a building, then admin of the alliance cannot kick anyone from this alliance, and also you cannot invite people into the alliance. I'll tell you why later. It's very important. Um, so yeah, you have to build this building at level 100. Three other buildings are basically special storage buildings, like a very big food vault, very big depot, and so on, which have like 20 times capacity. And at every level of arc building, ancients will attack you. So the first alliance to finish uh, arc building at a level 100 wins the game. And the winner of the game, this winning alliance, gets a reward. The reward is in USDC token, and it's equally distributed between all players in the alliance. And that's why we need an alliance lockup, so we don't have a situation when just before level 100 is finished, the guy who's building the arc basically leaves the alliance or kicks everyone out of the alliance. So since the start of the game, the reward is known and it can only grow. The reward is in USDC, so you don't have to worry about token price change or whatever. You can expect what is the reward will be, and it can only grow. Basically, we will be sharing some revenue that we will acquire from the server run, around 15 to 20%, and basically. All 20% of all the earnings from the game server goes into the reward for the winning alliance. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, great. Thank you, mate. The next one is around colonies. So it has become too easy to find a new colony. Are there plans to make a gradual increase in requirements? I remember over a year ago you said that you thought it was possible for a player to have 20 or 30 plus colonies within a year. Many of us had 20 plus colonies within 5 to 6 months.
Yeah, and since then, actually, there was an update in configuration of the server in the game balance. So every new colony right now requires 1,000 more 1,000 more culture points. So before that, it was constant amount in every colony. First was like 8,000, then 13,000, and so on. And right now, if you have 10 colonies and you try to build from colony number 10, you're building your first settler, it won't be 8,000, it will be 18,000. So that will slow down the expansion slightly. And if it won't be enough, this additional 1,000 cost, maybe we'll increase it.
Okay. So once you get to the 10th colony, it starts to get harder.
Oh, yeah. And Doku said, so we need to send resources to build Arc. Yeah, basically, the whole alliance needs to send resources to that Arc to support its building, and also it requires to send a lot of defending units to defend against ancients. And also alliances will be trying to destroy each other's arcs. So it's like a giant alliance war. Resources, sorry guys. About daily login rewards, are players still earning credits? You mean tokens, I guess, or resources? Are you guys planning of adding any other in-game currency? No, there is only one in-game currency, it's tokens. And for daily login rewards, some of the daily quests will reward you with resources, and there will be a quest which will reward you with tokens. And there will be a quest which will reward you with artifacts, but this is not a daily quest, it's actually a normal quest.
Okay, perfect. Another good question here from Jeffro. Will we be able to sell a colony at auction or sell a settler at some stage in the game?
So right now we don't have plans for it. It's actually a very good idea. It's an interesting idea, but slightly controversial. We might have at some point in the future a server with this feature, but I'm not sure if I should add it to normal game balance.
Okay.
Actually, after we are finished with all the features that we have in mind, we'll play around with some weird features like that. So, the idea overall that we'll be launching a new server every 2, 3 months. And some of those servers will have a slightly different slightly different set of artifacts that are enabled, slightly different mechanics, slightly different. Um, Balance. Let's put it like that. And sometimes we'll test different features.
Okay, great. We'll hop back into the thread channel from window. When the ark is being built, will the colony have a different appearance? Will there be any way to identify which colonies are under construction?
Yeah, the colony will have a different appearance, and also when Arc is being built, it's public. So basically, you will have a separate window, which is like a sneak peek into others' colony. So all people who are building arcs are public, and you can see exactly how many arcs are in the game, at which level they are, and so on. So it's public.
Perfect. Thank you. And will it be possible in the future to raid colonies and steal their artifacts?
Yeah, probably at some point, but not in the near future. It's also a feature, slightly controversial feature, but I have considered it. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. One is about the resource allocation tab. It's become painfully slow to scroll down it. This only happened after an upgrade a month or so ago. When will that revert back to normal?
In the current update, it's a known bug, and it's already fixed. Basically, after the update, it should be fixed.
Okay, perfect. Are there any plans to populate more ancient colonies around the map? We've had a few sneaky previews of the mobile version. These two separate questions, sorry. Are there any plans to populate more ancient colonies around the map?
Yeah, definitely. So to decrease the load on the server, on the beta server, we decided to spawn a limited amount of ancients, and in the future, basically the whole map will have ancients almost everywhere with the same density, like in the center of the map. So yeah.
Okay, great. So this is the last question that we have for Jeffro is we've had a few sneaky previews of the mobile version. Will it be released for testing before full release?
Mhm. So basically, we can when we release the mobile version, we can call this full release, and prior to that, we'll have a production server. So after beta, we'll have a production server which will launch in a month, and mobile version will follow later.
Will we allow our community to be able to play the beta version of it, almost test it like they have with the launcher beta for SolPlex?
What do you mean?
So will we have a test phase? So will we have a beta version that we might be able to send to people to download and test it and play it? I think that's what Jeffro's question is.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeffro, feel free.
Beta server will basically become a staging server. So we won't kill beta, and it will basically become like an infinite server. We might even enable some cheats on it. And by staging server, I mean that all the latest features will be first rolled out on the beta for public testing before they're rolled out on production server.
Okay, perfect. But the mobile version itself, will it be released to the community for testing or before the
Ah,
full release yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely let community test it even before it's finished. And we will start with the most important features. So initially, we won't have all the features there, but at least you'll have notification there. You will be able to manage your army resources. You will be able to get reports. You'll be able to see if someone is attacking you. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, thank you very much. And thanks, Jeffro, as well, for the great questions. If you have any more, please feel free to put them in the chat. The next one is from Kez. When is the production server due to launch?
Approximately in a month, but it also in 1 month. But it also depends on how the testing will go during that month. So we need to test artifacts, we need to test token integration. If everything goes well, then we'll release production server in 1 month.
Okay. The next one is from Enkidu. Can we reduce the colony scrolling amount as it goes too far and misses your colonies? Wasn't an issue before, an update, and now it's fiddly.
Is it the same issue with the slow scroll? If that's the
Yes.
case, yeah,
Colony.
after the update it will be fixed.
Okay. Are there plans to make K troops useful as these are no longer required?
Yeah, they're kind of useful because they scale the best. So basically, um, with the you can upgrade the buildings that give buffs to K units, and K units get the most buffs. I think at the highest point, you can reduce their price by like 70%. So they're useful if you need to uh, accumulate army as fast as possible when you're out of armies. Then you start building them. But otherwise, they're early game units. But if you're totally wiped out and you need to master any army because you're in a war and you're out of any units, then you will end up building everything that you can.
Okay, perfect. We have one more question from the general channel, which is, could we implement a feature where we buy slash defense speed ups, maybe a one-time use artifact that lasts an hour or two so we can hit colonies further away? Or maybe this is something that's already planned.
No, right now it's not planned, and actually, I don't plan on introducing this because actually people have been saying for a long time that it's like too easy to attack and destroy other players. So I'm kind of reluctant on adding more features that will actually make it easier and faster to destroy other people. Even though it's much more costly to attack than to defend. In terms of resources you need to put into building attacking army and defensive army. So on average, to defend is like 40% cheaper than to attack.
Okay. Perfect. Well, thanks for answering all those questions, and thanks for the questions, guys, as well. We're going to move over to the Game Night channel now from a few good questions from Trevor. From the upcoming update and previous update, SolPlex have showed players different ways to earn from the game. I would love to ask, how does SolPlex plan to generate revenue from the game? Are we
Uh,
expecting a battle pass system? Sorry, there's an extra bit here. Are we expecting a battle pass system or buying resources with real money?
Buying artifacts with real money. So basically, artifacts, you can buy them within the game for game tokens, and main way to acquire those tokens is to buy those tokens over the decentralized exchange on the Etc network. And that's how
Does
the
that
server will make money.
Okay, perfect. Trevor, does that answer the question? Do you have any follow-up questions for that?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with that.
Okay, perfect. So we'll move on to your next question. Why do you plan on keeping the beta version public after launch? In that case, we'll end up having two SolPlex games.
No, it will be one SolPlex game, and actually we'll have way more than just two servers. The plan overall is to launch a new server every 2-3 months, and after the server is 3-4 months mature, we'll stop registration. Basically, we never planned to have players at such a different level of development. So the ideal state for this game is when everyone joins the server approximately at the same time within like 2-3 weeks, and it's an even playing field. And then basically they compete with each other, and at approximately months 3 or 4, they start destroying each other with all units, and some players loot the game, and those players have ability to roll into the next server which is launching. So we'll definitely have more servers than just two.
Thank you, Ivan. Trevor, do you have any follow-up questions for that, or does that answer the question for you?
No questions for now. That
Okay.
should be okay. One more thing about the token integration system.
Mhm.
Do everyone has the permission to uh, swap their in-game currency to maybe stacks or USDT, or you need a certain number of in-game credits?
Um, It's actually outside of the game. It's on a decentralized exchange. Decentralized exchange is basically Uniswap V2 fork. So yeah, it's totally permissionless. There is no minimum requirement. You can swap any amount.
Okay. Also, do you guys have any special security behind the token integration system since it's now related to real money? Because most games are being connected through maybe website, and some are being connected through wallets like MetaMask, Web3 wallet like MetaMask, Phantom Wallet. So, what are you guys planning on doing? Are you kind of linking the game to any wallet or any website?
Uh, it won't be linked to a website or a wallet. Basically, within the game, you have a wallet, and you can withdraw from that wallet to your MetaMask wallet, or you can deposit there.
Okay. And would players need any gas fee or anything? But I really regard to
To
have some
make
gas.
any transactions on the Xetra network, you need some amount of Strax coins, but the fees are very low, so it's like 1 cent for a transaction. It's really, really cheap.
Okay. And about the in-game defense system, and what are your plans of improving it? Because I think it's far more easier to take down a colony than maintaining it. And I think the attack units are overpowered. As I said before, the T units are overpowered. So what are your plans
Yeah,
of
T units are
improving
overpowered,
the
but
in-game defense?
they cannot be used to take down a colony. But even with T units, even if you take down with T units defensive structures, then still defender have a solid chance, solid um, advantage, but it's like 5 to 10% over the attacking army, and then basically you need to take the colony out with O units, and it requires several attacks. O units are extremely slow, so you need to send like 10 attacks or 20 attacks with multiple O units to destroy a colony. It will take a lot of time, and it requires a huge army. So player who is playing on the defense has a lot of time to react and to defend. And if this player is weaker than the attacking player and like significantly weaker, then his best option is to ask an alliance for help. After all, it's an MMO, it's a social game, so if 5 players attacking you and trying to destroy you, basically be in an alliance and your friends will defend you. But overall, if we're talking about one versus one, if players are on approximately the same development level, then it's virtually impossible to destroy a colony.
Okay. And also, I made suggestion some time ago about having a cooldown time within attacks. Like for instance, I can't just end up
Sorry, what
spamming you with
about having what?
some a cooldown time between
Mhm.
attacks. Like if a player gets attacked, maybe an hour ago, he can't get attacked. He'll be under a certain protection for maybe some few minutes or some few hours before he can get attacked again. So I don't know
That can be
what you guys
cheated.
think about that.
For example, I know that some other player wants to destroy me, so I ask a friend of mine attack me every 5 minutes with one K1 unit, and he does that, and so no one can attack me. So that would be suboptimal decision.
Okay, okay, I get that. And yeah, and also um in the game currently we have 4 in-game basic resources, which are the NU, the BP, the MT, and the GS. But I think the NU is overused in the game.
What do you
Um,
mean overused?
I don't know, maybe the NU, the nutrients,
Yeah,
because
overused is
most
there are too much of it or too not enough of it?
not enough. Because
Yeah.
I think the soldiers should also make use of the BP, the MT, and the GS instead of only feeding on the NU
Yeah, and you is
since they are
supposed to
obvious
be
resources.
very important resource. If you remember at the start of the server, basically there was a huge abundance of it, and it's a kind of resource which becomes more and more important when you go into the late game, as because it's used to feed your army, and it basically encourages players to secure rare tiles on the game. So we have tiles with 9 NU fields, and we have tiles with 15 NU fields. And you being scarce basically makes players fight for those tiles. So it's kind of intentional.
Okay. Yeah, and also about the in-game reinforcement system, do you guys plan of limiting the number of reinforcements a particular player can get?
Um, it's already limited by the amount of NU, so it's limited by how many you can feed.
Yeah, because yeah, for instance, maybe during the Alliance War, um, some a player sent me about 1,000 NU, 1,000 A1 units, which took a lot of my NU consumption. So I think it should be a system that you need to request for reinforcements. You can't just get reinforcements, so that someone's another player can just intentionally send you some units just to consume your NU and go
Yeah,
and maybe you can send them back to his unit. So I think there should be a way of requesting for reinforcement, not just sending reinforcements to
yeah, you
anyone.
can definitely send units to another colony so they consume NU, but also at the same time, reinforcements are the first ones to die during hunger. So if you're out of NU, basically you'll start eating those reinforcements. It's
Okay,
intentional. If you don't like them, send
and
them back.
okay. And also, what do you guys think of having a 50-50 kind of thing? So that your reinforcement and the person that sends the reinforcement to you can maybe instead of consuming 2 NU, I'll consume 1 NU, then my friend that sends me some reinforcement will consume 1 NU, which is a better way of maybe making it balance.
I'm not sure I understood the question.
Yeah, I mean, for instance, I send about 500 NU,
Hmm.
500K units, which, for instance, a K1 unit consumes 1 NU.
Yes.
So if I send 500 K1 unit to another opponent, you consume 500 NU in his base. But I would love it in a way that maybe you consume 250 on my base, then 250 on his base, which is making it a 50-50 kind of thing.
Um, I don't think that units in the reinforcements should consume NU from the parent colony. Um, probably not.
Okay. And also, do you have any plans of do we have are we expecting any other way of earning the in-game credits apart from completing quests and trading?
Can you repeat that?
Are we expecting any other method of earning credits apart from completing the in-game quest or making some trade?
Any credits apart from completing endgame?
Yeah, like earning the in-game credits. Are we because currently in the game you can earn the in-game credits by completing some quest or making some trade. So
No, you
I
can finish
think
the game by doing anything but building an arc. And right now there is no endgame mechanic, so you can finish a server run. Once we enable endgame mechanic, then you'll be able to. You'll see it on the next server, basically.
okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, mate.
But thank you, Trevor, for all the great questions. So that's all the questions that we have. Let's do one more round to see if anyone has any. Feel free to unmute your mic or type them in the chat if not. Again, if you don't get time to ask them today or anything comes up afterwards, we're always in the Discord to answer anything at any time. Ivan, I'm not sure there's anything else you would like to say.
Yeah, I definitely want to thank everyone from the player community. So, guys, thank you very much for playing our game, and your support means a lot of us, a lot for me and for us. So, yeah, definitely continue playing, and thank you very much for your feedback and for your support and for very interesting questions.
Yeah, thank you guys. We really appreciate it.
All right, I guess we can
Cool.
wrap it up then. So thank you for
We
being
can.
here, and see you again. So there will be definitely another Ask Me Anything session at some point, probably after the new release, when you have some feedback and some more questions. So yeah,
Thanks, everyone.
thanks. Goodbye. Have a good one.